Welcome back. Thank you for your patience as we got snacks. And breathed out a little bit after that quite intense combat.
Our dog got kidnapped again.
Yeah, it was only for like 6 seconds.
Oh yeah.
If that.
Plus, if you're gonna leave him places, people will take him. You could
He's
never
a
leave
very
your dog
cute
tied
dog.
up outside of a supermarket.
Well,
This was not a supermarket, Alex.
if you could
I
blink.
mean, we did just find crates of food.
That is true. But I have no intention of paying.
Can you stick that in?
So maybe it is a supermarket.
So, I believe we are taking a long rest.
We absolutely are.
Okay, go to
Because
sleep.
it's been a day.
Big sleep.
And luckily,
We
as...
wake up and everybody else is gone.
Oh
Oh
god.
well.
God.
It's been a day.
It's been a day. And luckily we are now in a part of the Feywild where it's getting darker. So,
At least you don't have to lie there being like, I need to sleep.
I need to sleep and the sun is right there.
Yeah, just be like,
Middle of the day.
It's like the Teletubbies, son.
yes. Yes. That all creeped me out.
That baby is now
Adult.
an
That
adult.
baby has a baby.
Yeah.
Wow.
Baby has a baby?
Yeah.
Which looks like them as a baby.
Shockingly.
I think most
Yeah.
babies
look the
look
same.
like babies.
I mean, this baby looks like their parent as a
Yep.
baby who was
Most
the son.
Babies look like their parents
Yeah,
as
it's
babies
true.
because
Yeah.
babies have very similar
They
faces.
Yeah.
have very few
Baby
definable
photos of my
features.
papa, and he looks exactly like me.
That's
It
adorable.
was really
You
creepy.
right now, terrifying.
Grown ass
No, I
woman.
mean when I was his age. It was really freaky though because I was like, "What? Who are these? Like, what is this black and white picture of me? And who are these other girls?" And it was my papa and his sisters.
Aw.
Okay, so we're all bedding down for the night. Is there anything anybody wants to do in specifically? And I would like a watch order, please. You have 4 slots of watch to fill.
Yes.
Adolin first. I'm happy to take second. I have the second highest hit points.
I guess I'll go third.
And then
What?
Pick an animal.
Belinda. No, but she's got exhaustion, so she should really sleep more. I think Clifford would be keen to do it, even though he was unconscious briefly. I
Yeah,
think that he
He's
would be
very
happy
keen
to do it.
popsicle, yeah.
So yeah, so we'll do that.
Okay.
Okay.
So that, and then Belinda will be on just 1 point of exhaustion.
2.
She's on to it.
After this long rest, if we finish it, she'll be down to 1.
Okay.
That's amazing.
And that's just disadvantage
Incredible.
on skill checks.
Yes, she'll have her
Yes.
full movement speed back.
Oh,
So-
amazing.
Full 90 fly.
Clifford is definitely better than Belinda, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, she get it back regardless. Like the watch isn't gonna.
Yeah.
No,
so
but if she's needing to look for things, I was
Right, I
meaning she would
gotcha.
be at disadvantage.
I
she would be
gotcha.
at disadvantage.
Yeah.
She also doesn't have dark vision and neither does Clifford.
Oh my god. Yeah.
He's good at hearing
Clifford
things.
has keen senses.
He has very
Yes.
good
Yeah.
He's good on watch.
He's in general better at
Okay.
this.
Don't tell her that.
She would be upset if you told her that.
Good thing we're having this conversation in the telepathic bond that she's a part of.
Yeah, I was going to say, you could have it out loud, but both of them would be sat there going, but I try
I
so hard.
recast it before bed without them in it and just say that I haven't. Just so we can have this conversation.
Okay, is there anything anybody in particular wants to do?
I would like to very specifically not pray to anyone.
Okay!
Understandable. Adolin is going to spend his shift kind of like... He'll drag a crate over to a point where we can kind of see the entrance to the cave. I'm just going to sit on that, crossbow on his lap. I think he'd be kind of like run his thumb across the amulet that Joris gave him. That amulet that about. And just thinking like... I don't know, just using Aasimar form in battle again. It's come really handy. And yeah, he just starts to kind of reach out to Joris again. Just... I don't know, I think his mind would wander, and he'd just wonder if maybe like this armour and Garen had some connection to Tom and that before. I don't know. I think he's just looking for a chat at this point. I think he's just starting to miss the kind of regular check-ins.
Aww. I mean, I think it's only been a few days.
And so.
I mean, to us, it's been months.
I haven't spoken to him in months out, okay? Okay.
Even though we left Pearlmire Avernus, 2 days ago?
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
You have had one.
This is our second sleep.
This is the end of...
Day 2.
The end of day 2 in the Feywild.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jeez. Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so are we doing the full reach out or just letting your mind wander?
I think a full reach out. I think he's
So you
he's
wanna get,
looking to
some
understand
water
this.
and stuff. And
Sorry?
get like a bowl of water out and try to get the reflective.
Yeah, I
surface.
think kind of melt some of the snow in like in a bowl and.
Did we not rest with what's his face? The
Mudlum?
Mudlump.
Short
No,
rested.
Yeah, a short rest.
Short rest.
Jesus
You
Christ.
chose not to stay for the barbecue.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's been so long.
Yeah.
Mm.
We got here. We had that night where we all prayed. You met the bees.
Yeah.
And then we got up in the morning.
And then
We met
all of
Butler.
this.
We had that fight. We had the chat with Glacio. We met the prince. We
Yeah.
had this combat. Now we've gone to sleep.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
been a day.
It's been a
The
day.
Feywild is exhausting.
But I mean, you are doing it. You were speed running it up until this point.
And you say we dilly dally.
You do in combat.
We do, it's
You
true.
do. I think for that last turn, you took about 10 minutes to tell me
Oh
what
my
you wanted to do.
In my defense, did you see it?
It was very cool, but you took 10 minutes.
No, I'm not saying did you see it as in like praise me in my things. Did you see every
Yes!
so stressful.
Right. Reflective surface, we're melting some snow.
I think some snow melt.
Are we doing the lantern of revealing? Is that being a thing? Sorry?
Oh, what? Oh, through the watch.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Oh,
it
yeah.
lasts for like 6 hours or something.
Yeah, no.
For as long as we can use it,
Yeah.
that
How
might be
long's long
handy,
rest? 8
yeah.
hours?
Yes.
6 hours with at least 6 hours of sleep. Yeah.
Yeah.
hmm
And it resets at...
I think as long as you can keep feeding it with oil.
Yeah. Do you-
Maybe. I might have made that up. Sorry.
6 hours on 1 pint of oil.
Cool. Do we find any like oil
Handy.
among the supplies in the cave?
No.
Shame.
I think
So
you get
we
the
are
impression that the
limited
light...
by the amount of oil.
Okay, so I think you get the impression that while the light is like low here, it's plenty for them to see by. They don't need lanterns because it doesn't change.
Yeah.
It changes by area, not.
The light here, on the other hand, is really doing that thing with the stream again.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not too bad.
Yeah,
It's
we have
only
all
one
of
little-
these drying shirts that are
We
blocking
weren't
They
the
were
gonna-
off
light.
screen, God
Don't
damn
worry
it,
about
Alex.
the shirts.
What I mean, this handy blind system that you put in.
Don't have an airing cover.
This
Come on.
long sleeved blaze.
Yes, I believe the lantern of revealing will be kind of like on and pointed at the mouth of the cave as well.
So it's on for the first 3 watches.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Clifford doesn't get it.
I guess.
And you want to burn through all the oil, so you can't use it again.
I don't know if it's
No.
worth it. Do we really think that we're going to be... I think it's fine.
No,
I think
we
it's
can.
fine.
Yeah,
with
we
it.
can put it out.
Mhm.
I think we wanted it for investigating the cave, but like,
Yeah.
how likely is an invisible thing gonna sneak up on us?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I'm not too jazzed about my passive perception, so. So I might use a couple of hours of it if we think we can spare it. Like Clifford's got keen senses, he'll probably be alright. I don't know. What do we think? Do we want to spend some of it here? None of it here?
I don't think it's worth it. I think we just leave it.
Just keep it.
Yeah. I mean, well,
We turn it off after
maybe
we
we could-
investigate the thing.
Maybe we could use it for just Clifford's watch because he doesn't have any sight. But he has really good other senses, so actually he might be the least useful to using it.
I think we should use it a bit.
Okay. Then absolutely we'll do so.
Okay, Adolin will use it for a bit of his watch. I think he'll use it for probably just the second hour.
Okay.
We'll spend his first hour thinking that if anything's going to happen in the first hour, it's going to be the hunting party coming charging back in with nearby reinforcements, and they're not going to be subtle about it. Whereas if they take a bit longer to think, they'll probably try and creep in a bit stealthily, and that's when he'll use the lantern.
Okay.
Yeah, so Adolin will use a pint, or not a pint, an hour
An hour's worth.
of lantern.
Okay. An hour of lantern.
Yeah.
Okay.
And can he try praying?
Do you want to try praying?
He's going to try praying.
You're going to try praying. Okay.
Try to reach out jars. I'll try and see to understand a bit more about this angelic form he's just kept using. Like, I don't know if he still kind of fully understands. I mean, George has told him. What has George told him about it, actually? It's been a while.
That he was given a spark of divinity.
Am I using it correctly? Should I be using it for this? For like fighting
Am I
things?
using this right? I'm gonna not ask you to roll. If that's okay.
Ooh.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Can I roll anyway to see what I would have gotten?
Passives for the
Yeah,
But-
sure.
Actually, no, I won't then.
win. Yeah.
Sorry, never mind. Thank you.
Okay. I think you'd spend a bit of time like focusing in, as you do with the mirror or with the melted snow in the bowl, trying to get that like reflective surface and just bringing a bit of peace to your mind after what has been quite chaotic and I imagine stressful but also very exhausting day. I imagine you're all very worn down at this point. But you settle yourself down, and I think it might take a bit longer because of that. Trying to settle down and clear your mind to allow yourself to reach for that point where you find Joris again. And you reach. And I think what you find in your mind is sort of like a splitting path.
Ooh.
And you can choose the left branch or the right branch.
Do they feel different in any way?
Yes, I think you find they feel quite different. One of them is very familiar. One of them feels like the sort of path that you take when you reach for Joris, and you have those visions, and you have those moments where you get to talk to him. The other one feels strange, new, and almost incomplete.
Ooh.
Oh.
But you could try and walk it if
Does
you
it
wanted to.
feel... I'm wondering if there's anything to do with the armour. Does it feel colder?
Ooh.
No.
Hotter.
Like a certain archdevil.
I think instead of it being sort of like, oh yes, here's the lovely golden angelic path, and here's like this corrupted evil path that you're going to... It's a lot harder to understand what the second path is, particularly because it feels so incomplete. Like a road that somebody hasn't finished paving. A lot of the stones are still missing.
Does it feel like I won't find Joris if I go down it?
I think that you know enough about these connections to know that you will only find Joris down the path that you normally take.
Boo. Oh, is he still a little pissed off with him from the trial thing? I think having the option would be very strange then. So, oh, shit. I've got the freedom to choose something now. When before I was looking for direction, so... I think his natural curiosity would get the better of him.
Yeah?
I think
He would stray from Joris's path.
No, don't phrase it like
Well,
that. He's not straying. He's just walking.
He's just exploring.
He's exploring. Does this feel like a kind of a point of commitment of some kind?
No. I think it would be more like you've taken your oath to the Knights of Ash, but you've taken your oath to Torm as well. And part of that is that Joris is your connection to Torm. This feels like a very similar path to what you have with Joris, so it might lead you away from Torm.
Ooh, that's conflicting.
But just this one.
Just as long. You could just stray a little bit.
It's up to you.
I think with the intention of just exploring and seeing what it's about, and maybe being a little kind of confused about, the corruption of the Knights of Ash and the whole mess with learning about the history of the Crusade of the Emerald Fields, and I mean, you'd still be kind of like holding tight to the amulet that Joris gave him. I'm not losing that, but yeah, there we go. We'll try the other path. See where it leads.
Okay.
See what he finds down there.
Okay. So you start... I imagine it very much like as a physical thing, of like Adolin works very much in sort of physical projections. He's not very abstract from my understanding. So when he's in his mind, he physically sees himself walking this path of walking down this like bridge almost, and then it splits. And you start walking down this other path, and it gets harder and harder as you're walking along it. Not only does it feel more exhausting to step forwards onto it, but there's less places to step because it's an incomplete bridge. Do you want to keep going?
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to like look ahead and see where it might be going.
Okay. And I think after pushing forwards, you get to the point where there is no more bridge, and you're like at a broken point, which you've never had with Joris before. You've never gotten to the end of the path and even been allowed to find this place and walk the path to him, and then suddenly be cut off.
He just stops. He goes, well, what now?
What can you see?
Yeah, like, is there anything ahead? Just mist and empty nothingness and...
Yeah. It sort of swirls up around the bridge, curls a little around your ankles.
He just shouts into the void, like, so what? Where does this go?
Ah.
And I think what would be quite an unsettling, rushing feeling, as suddenly, from beneath this broken and scattered bridge, stones would begin to swell up and click, 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 click into place in all the slots, as this bridge would begin to build itself before you.
Dear. Something just building itself in your mind. That's so freaky.
Yeah. Does it feel like I'm doing this?
Assembling itself.
This feels very much like something heard you and is reaching back. Do you want to stay and see what happens?
No, I'm going to advance slowly. As like, is the path forming ahead of me?
Yes.
Advancing slowly. I'll
Okay.
advance slowly, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it's the sort of thing I could necessarily do in this sort of dreamscape, but with my last first level slot, I'd want to try and cast Protection from Evil and Good on myself.
Smart.
Okay.
As go.
Okay. You pull a bit on that divine spark to wrap
Yeah.
a bit of golden energy around yourself
Mm-hmm.
and step forwards.
Yeah.
And I think it would get brighter and brighter to the point where you're having to shield your eyes a little bit as you push forwards. And then it would sort of, and you'd blink, and there'd be 3 suns in the sky
Ooh.
as you stand on a field of maroon grass
Oh no!
with a green sky.
Oh boy.
Nah, shit.
I think that Isla deserves inspiration because they did call
At
it.
the start of that, I texted Rosie being like, do you think the other path goes to Eofiel?
I think you'd see a very familiar tree that you've seen before in a vision,
Yep.
and you'd see a figure kneeling beneath it. Golden wings tucked in behind her.
Do they look like Io?
They currently have their head turned away from you,
Mm-hmm.
bowed slightly towards the tree.
Adolin slowly approaches them and says, was I invited here?
I think you'd see the figure start slightly and turn round to you with like a flourish. Like it's a very graceful movement, and you see a face that is very familiar. It looks a lot like Io, but it's very different. It's very like elongated, a little more feline in places. The movements are not quite the same either. It's not even like Joris. When Joris moves, he moves with purpose and strength. This is a lot more fluid and almost flitty. But she would just stare at you and say, how did you come to be here?
Whoa.
I was reaching out to a guardian angel of sorts and found a different path, but it was completed for me. Something brought me here.
You You yelled into the void. You.
Yes.
I wondered where that went.
Are
I
you,
did not.
Are you Io?
Sometimes.
Hmm.
I don't have to be. But I can be. She is some of me, but not all of me.
Does she know that?
Which is the nice part.
Yeah. Adolin cannot wrap his head around that at all.
Okay.
Doesn't do abstract very well. Is a tad confused by this.
Okay.
Are you her? The lady who watches.
I was. I think. It's split, fractured. Not gone, but I can't reach it.
I don't
Where?
understand. I don't understand. So what are you?
I think she's a fragment.
I'm me. I don't.
Where are we?
Here. I don't know. What?
Can I do an insight check? Is she being like? Is
Yeah,
she
sure.
legitimately confused,
Yeah, sure.
or is this an act?
Go for it.
12.
12. She seems genuinely confused too. She's moving quite erratically as well, I think you've noticed, and almost flickering, I think, as well, as you sort of like step back a little bit to watch her. Yeah, or not quite teleporting, but just blurring a little bit at the edges.
Do you need help? Are you trapped here?
Do I want to leave? Is this home?
You'd know better than I.
I see the city sometimes when I'm her. Cobbles and a dock and towers and people. It's so loud there, but it's bright and it's full of life and it's beautiful here, but it's so empty and I don't know if it's meant to be. I don't know if I'm meant to be her or if I'm meant to be here. And I don't know how to get the rest of me, and I don't know what that was.
I could try and take you back with me.
Where is back?
Presently, I believe it's a cave somewhere in the winter Feywild. But it wouldn't be here. If you wanted to leave, we could go.
Am I meant to leave? He was angry, and I don't remember why. I don't remember if I did something wrong.
Was this the Emerald Fields?
And you'd see, like, at that name, like, pain would flash across her face, and both of her hands would go to the sides of the temple, and she would scream and drop to her knees.
Feel bad about that.
Would Adolin react?
Yeah, I think he'd go to her. I think he kind of like. Is she like, as he kind of saw in the last vision, like big, armoured?
She looks a lot smaller, actually. She's got that same armour on. She doesn't have a sword and she doesn't have a shield. But she's got that same armour. She also doesn't have the helm.
Yeah.
But it's the same golden hair, it's the same wings, even if they look a little not dusty, but like unkept.
Hmm.
Like she hasn't, like birds prune their wings. I presume folk with wings do the same occasionally, and like make sure the feathers sit correctly. That kind of thing. She hasn't obviously been doing that.
The Aasimar healing hands thing. I think if I see her in pain, I try and like just infuse a bit of a spark into her and try and heal her.
Yeah.
Take away some of that pain. Yeah.
Like maybe like just holding the sides of her head or something.
Yeah, if she's got like her hands on the side of her head, just kind of put one to the outside of it, and just try and heal her a bit for that.
Okay.
I imagine it's a little bit like lay on hands. It's literally called healing hands. Touch a creature and heal it for 4d4. It's naff, but yeah.
I'm sure Clifford would very appreciate it.
Every little helps.
Yeah.
That's why I used to save Clifford from that poison trap in the.
Oh yeah.
I'll cuddle my dog better.
Good memories.
Yeah. So you see her drop to her knees, and you rush to her and drop to your own and press a hand to the side of her face and try and pour some of that divine energy into her just to ease her pain a little. And you can see that she sort of shudders and like leans into your hand slightly. Thank you. I'm sorry. Who are you? Where?
My name is Adolin. I'm a Knight of Ash, follower of Torm, from Pelmar. Is that the city you've seen?
Father. You follow Father.
Yes. You're one of his angels.
Was I?
I believe so. We can go. We can try and leave.
Can I?
I mean,
Am I allowed to leave? Is this a prison?
I'm not really sure. I only know of one other angel of Torm, and he seems very convinced of his purpose and what his kind of rules and boundaries are. I'm not quite sure what to do with one such as you that doesn't seem to know.
I think I would like to leave. I don't know if I'm meant to be here.
I offer a hand and kind of in my head start thinking about trying to retrace my steps back onto that bridge and out of here.
Okay. So you take her hand and you stand up together. And I think as you normally do when you've had a conversation with Joris, either Joris will cut her off abruptly and it's a bit like and it's a bit like shoving it back into your own body, or he'll either let you fade naturally or you choose to leave. And that's a little bit more like gradually and coming to in your body. Not quite waking up from a sleep, because that's a bit too like but like
what day is it?
yeah, like not that kind of grogginess, but like a bit of peace as you come up out of it. And I think you'd find yourself in the cave mouth again, and you'd be stood holding your hand out, and there'd be this sort of apparition in front of you, and you can see this figure, Io, in front of you, holding your hand.
As we've seen her in the material realm.
Yes, but almost see-through, made of like golden light, and she'd be staring at you for a long moment while this sort of light begins to brighten and brighten, and there'd be a small flash and it would vanish.
I kind of spin around and like check the lantern of revealing's like still on, and it's like kind of wave a hand through the space that she was.
It's a little warm.
Huh. Alright. Curious. That doesn't seem like, a figure that like an evil cult would follow. She just seemed confused and lost. I think Adolin just ruminates on it a bit more, but if no other sensations or feelings come to him, I think he just kind of
Not as you are, no?
lets the rest of the watch pass in peace and toys with the amulet and thinks, I should probably tell Joris about this at some point. Maybe another night. Yeah, he just kind of just muses on how strange that was. It was a lot more pleasant than the time he touched one of those old amulets and, suffered a boatload of psychic damage whilst seeing the same thing. Yeah, I'm not sure how he'd feel about it.
Okay.
I think he'd feel pretty convinced he did the right thing by, helping her to leave, giving her a bit of direction, but that's about it. Yeah. Maybe just be a little bit kind of confused about where she went. What was the sort of expression on her face, right, as she vanished?
I think there would be a lot of shock
Hmm.
and then a soft smile.
Hmm.
A very, and I should clarify just in case, not like a creepy kind of smile, like Mwahaha!
Now I'm released!
But a softer smile that's more one of joy.
That'll be something to tell the party about in the morning.
Oh boy, yeah.
And I think if nothing else happens for the rest of the watch, he just kind of sees it out, wakes up Polly for her shift, and kind of settles down to sleep, kind of with a bit of contentment. And I did a good thing today.
To make up for killing all of those other people.
Well, they had it going.
That is adorable and I love it.
That's fair.
Adolin is too pure for this world.
That's true.
Yeah.
Apart from in a fight, when he's just fucking mowing people down.
Goddamn
across-
golden, like
Too
purple
pure for
puppy.
this plane.
Awesome. Adolin wakes up Polly.
Yeah. What time is it? 5 more minutes.
I mean, if you want, but it is your turn.
No, it's fine.
I imagine you just keep saying that and Adolin just takes another 2 hours of walk.
That classic teenager thing of being like, oh, I'm getting up.
5 more minutes, 5
No,
more
you're
minutes,
fucking
4
not.
hours later.
Yeah. Yeah, I take watch.
Okay.
I let Adolin get his sleep. He deserves it.
He would see a nice kind of little smile on his face as he kind of totters off to bed.
Aw.
So goofy.
Is there anything you would like to do in particular on your watch?
No, I don't know. I'll ruminate a little, I guess, on some stuff. Because she's not in total denial of the fact that she had wings there again. As much she's just trying to just put a pin in all of that. She's just well, fucking, we have to acknowledge this stuff. Maybe it means something, I guess. And then also, she'd never used a big spell like that before. And also, she feels really bad that she left Clifford alone. And then he got knocked down. Yeah, she just ruminates for however long,
Okay. 2 hours?
I guess.
Since
Yeah.
I guess,
There's a lot to ruminate on, it's true.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then heads back to bed.
She gives Kai a nudge.
Okay.
I get up.
Wow, that was really easy.
No darking out the soul for Polly. Nice easy one.
No, I was meaning it was really easy
Waking
to get
me
Kai
up.
Oh, right.
Usually,
Kai just goes boom.
Like, yes,
Adolin always
they're
has a
used to
lot-
this.
Adolin has a lot more of a fight on his head.
Because the long rest hasn't finished yet, any spells I use, I still get the slots
Yes.
back. Cool. I go out and I use my little swoop spell to sit on the top of the cliff.
Oh.
Get a lay of the land.
That's
Okay.
good, I like
Nice.
Okay, so
What do my half-elf I see?
Oh.
so you can see the ravine stretching up into the mountains before you, and getting significantly darker and colder the further you go towards the mountains as it goes into night above the mountains, and you can see stars now speckled above the mountains, and snow-covered peaks, and frosty-covered trees. It's mildly adorable, and something from a cake scene. Very
Nice.
much how I see it. But you can still see these massive lightning rods struck down and following the ravine up into the mountains.
They add more to their map. It's growing.
The cartography bit.
Lightning rod.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I think they don't have any questions or anything, but can they like poke their Aboleth friend and just be like, "Hey, we good? You good? How's the ocean?"
What's going on in the material plane?
Yeah.
Okay. I think you'd find the rather unsettling feeling again of not being able to push on that.
Oh dear.
Weird. Because they can still do all the magic stuff, but like, can they try and work out why? Theorize?
Yeah.
I mean, nothing's stopping me theorizing, but
Nothing is
is it
stopping-
successful in any way?
Nothing is stopping you theorizing as Isla. No.
No.
Do you have any theories that you want to try and
I
build on?
don't know.
It could just be because you're on different planes.
Yeah.
Group think it a bit.
It could be that the god that you have kind of sworn allegiance to is cutting off connection in some sort of capacity.
I think have they talked to the Aboleth since getting the trident? I don't know.
I
That
think
was,
you
that was
have.
right after we
After the
had just dealt with them.
Yeah, because we got the trident like way back.
Yeah.
Dealt with the Sea Witch, got the trident, and then the Aboleth like moved back into its cave.
Mm-hmm.
And we were
yeah,
still on the
and then
material
I
plane.
attuned to it after that though.
Yes.
Yeah. But I think you have contacted them before we left the material plane.
I don't remember.
Something an intelligence check could help. Is that a
Little-
In your own
viable option?
notes?
There's a lot of
That
notes.
would be a
That's a
big
while
thing
to check.
to get through.
I will tell you that you have tried to contact the Aboleth before since since having attuned to the trident, and what you've found is that the connection is broken.
Right.
You were on a different plane of existence at the time. I believe you were in hell at the time that you tried to do that.
So we haven't.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we've not been in the material. So it could be either.
Can I roll something to see if like does one seem more likely than the other?
Ooh, yeah.
Just
You
on
can
their-
do a religion check.
Knowledge of things.
Or wisdom of things.
Religion. Not bad. Do we still have the psychic wand? Is it
not
gone?
whilst I'm unconscious.
I don't know if it was just a time limit thing or.
It
It's
lasts
also
an
been a few
hour.
hours.
18.
18. Okay, I think with an 18.
Thought that was a nat 20.
No. That's
Oh, I
that,
see it.
that side.
Perhaps in Kai's reading up about religion and things as they grew attuned to the trident and things like that, they found out a lot more about sort of clerics and priests of different gods and things like that. And it's often found that when a cleric, priest, paladin, that kind of religious individual that relies on their god for power leaves that god's service, they often lose their abilities. However, individuals that flip from one entity to another often retain their abilities but have it powered by another source.
You broke up with him accidentally.
Oh.
That's so sad. But now the aesthetics changed. So maybe it hasn't. Maybe it's not a breakup. Maybe it's just a break.
They're on a break.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So it is possible that it's no longer the Aboleth powering your abilities. It is also possible that you are not on the plane of existence with the Aboleth, and whilst it is a very powerful being, it is still
An Aboleth.
an Aboleth as opposed to a god. It doesn't exist on multiple planes of existence at any one time. It chose to be on the material plane. So it may simply be that it doesn't have the power to reach you here, and you don't have the power to reach it there.
We could try and cast a spending spell. Make a check.
I don't have sending.
We could find someone. Describe the aboleth. See if
Somebody else sends your aboleth, and the aboleth's like, what?
just a sending message to be like, are you mad at Kai?
And just comes out with who dis.
No for who dis. Okay.
Okay.
I chill on the top of the cliff. And then I use another spell to get down again.
Okay.
And go wake up Clifford.
You go wake up Clifford, and he's like, and like licks you a lot. He whines at the box that's got all the jerky in it.
I give him 1 bit.
He goes to the front of the cave and sits and chews on.
But does not consume.
No.
Because
just
you
chew.
cannot-
Just shreds.
Just sure.
The jerky is very tough, so it will take him a very long time to shred.
Good.
Excellent, that's what we want.
And I think at this point in time, we are also going to jump to Polly again as
what?
you slip into a dream.
Okay.
So I think I've always imagined Polly having quite vivid dreams, very happy dreams. She's a very happy, bright individual. Even if she has gone through a fair amount in her life and had some really horrible moments in her past, I always believe that she has quite bright and vivid dreams because I imagine she daydreams a lot during the day and that feeds into it. Do you feel like that's a good check of Polly?
Yeah, I think that maybe because she's I think that her dreams have been very big emotions, and the problem that they are often positive, but occasionally there's one really intense one. She wakes up and she's like, wow, maybe I have to work on that, or like clearly I've been repressing something. But yeah, no, I think for the most part probably quite chipper.
And how does Polly feel as she's going to sleep after her watch?
Less chipper.
Less chipper.
Less chipper. No, absolutely not. She's very stressed. She feels guilty on 2 fronts because she abandoned Clifford, and she also just annihilated a fleeing animal. Like,
Yeah, that blight was hardcore.
feel a little bad about that. And I'm like, normally I wouldn't, but also in the back of her head, she's also very aware that she was absolutely ready. If the rest of our party had been in better health, was ready to chase down the rest of the group as well.
Okay.
Like, obviously we didn't do that. And also above the table, just because Rosie was just like, I can't be dealing with more combat, we're done. But low-key, she was like ready to kick their asses, and that is a bit more aggro than what she's used to. So yeah, no, she's processing, she's stressing a little bit.
How do you think that affects Polly in terms of she's just realised she would chase down creatures and people she doesn't know?
I mean, it's not necessarily that it's now that she's just like indulging in the thought, and it's, I think, more rather than her immediately being like, this is against my morals, this is unacceptable, oh my god, who have I become? It's more like, this is an aspect of my personality that I haven't, this is a facet, kind of, I suppose, similar to that I was kind of experienced with Adolin there. This is a facet of her being that she's not really been made aware of until now.
Okay.
And it's more, oh god, what do you mean there's more? You know, because eventually, like, most people, I think, get to an age where they're like, yeah, I've got me figured out. And then you get to a point you're like, shit, I don't have a fucking clue. That's where she's at. She's
Yeah,
like,
like
oh,
midlife crisis a
God,
little bit.
more? What do you mean there's more?
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
She gets too real.
Oh, this is a new bit of me. I'm not sure I like this bit of me.
Yeah, I don't know where this fits with the rest of what I understand me to be.
Right, okay. So I imagine that means that Polly's a bit more unsettled as she's going for rest.
Yeah, for sure.
And I imagine that means that she tosses and turns for a bit, and when she sleeps, it's a little bit more fitful.
Yeah,
at
that's why
first.
she was so pissed that Adolin woke her up the first time, because she'd finally gotten settled and then he ruined it. Bastard.
It's awesome. Them are the
Eventually
rules.
you would drop off again. And I think you'd find yourself quite mentally drifting as well, like your thoughts wander over the past few days, and I imagine that in all that stress and almost unwanted character development that you weren't quite sure about.
No! Drag's kicking and screaming into it.
Yes.
Yeah.
You imagine yourself in more of a safer place when you're trying to sleep and try and get that piece of calm that you need to drop off. And I imagine it maybe comes more in the form of mud lumps.
Yeah, that was nice.
Little place of safety.
And she's a little sad that she didn't get to stay there for longer because it seemed like a sweet spot.
And the bees.
Yeah.
And I think as you drift off, you dream a little of that place, of the flowers that they were there, hoping that what you did after the fight will help them grow back, and things like that.
Yeah.
And I think as you slip more and more, it would become more and more real to you, as you feel yourself moving around the grove a little more, and it would start to come to life more and more, and you'd see Mudlump and Pollyanna as they're starting to almost organise a picnic, it looks like.
Cute.
Aww.
Wait,
You can
are they
see-
gonna meet their buddy?
There's lots of little bees and insects and plant folk that have come out
Yes.
to eat.
Incredible.
Things like that. Mudlump has almost like a little barbecue at one side.
That's so
where
cute.
he's toasting vegetables.
Oh
and
my
things.
goodness! Of course he mans the grill. Has he got like a kiss the cook apron on?
No, but he has his like sun chair out and his big
Oh,
floppy hat
that's
like
nice.
dangling off the side of it, kind of thing. And you can see that like there is almost a party more in swing here, as they like celebrate a little.
Damn, we shouldn't have left.
And I think something that you would see that you would very quickly notice nobody else seems to see is an individual that is maybe slightly larger than humanoid size, maybe 6.5 feet, 7.5 feet tall.
That's
That kind of
tall.
range. So not Mudlump tall.
No.
He's in the range of 15 to 20 foot tall. But a lot taller than yourself and a lot taller than your average human. And she'd be dressed in what almost looks like living grass. A dress that moves and sways with her.
But she's not plant folk. She's like a... No, I suppose plant folk are humanoid, aren't they? Interesting.
Depends if you cast, if they get classed as Fey or human. Some of them do, some of them don't. A lot of the ones here get classed as Fey, not as humanoids.
That makes sense.
You can see that her skin is sort of like a dusty yellow kind of colour, like a sunflower.
Aww.
She's got very bright blue eyes and a really wide, giddyish smile. And you can see she like carefully winds her way between everyone. Being very careful not to step on any of the insects or any of the other like batting any bees out the way or anything like that. She's very carefully winding her way through them.
And they're just oblivious?
They don't seem to notice them at all. They do seem to subconsciously shift to try and make space for her. So the insects would like create a gap for her to place her feet, but nobody looks at her, nobody interacts with her. And you can see that she heads over to one of the damaged sections of the grove where the flowers got wiped out by the ice. And you can see that she kneels in front of it and just smiles at it a little. And then she'll look up at you and look at you directly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does anybody else notice my presence?
No, nobody else seems to notice you either.
Okay. First off, rude. I guess I'll go with the person who's giving me the attention.
That person I can talk to.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'll go over there. I look around for my staff of flowers as well because I know that I left it with Mudlump, and if she wants to think me like there's no flowers here. Maybe if I grab my staff and I can make some.
Okay. I don't think you immediately see it.
Then that's fine.
Okay.
I'm sure he's got it tucked away. I look over and he's using it to like for a kebab.
He's got it's a kebab stickers. Nom, 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 nom. And you're like,
No, I head over.
okay. So she's kneeling on the ground next to this sort of dead patch. Do you want to stand next to her, kneel next to her?
I will stand because I think that will mean that we're about the same height.
She is slightly lower, but yeah.
Okay, then I'll crouch.
Compress your spine slightly to make up the difference.
I will hunch.
Okay, cool. She would smile up at you and say, "You did a very good thing here, Polly. Did a very good thing."
Well, it wasn't just me, it was my buddies too. I'm sorry they couldn't make the barbecue. I'm a little confused how I did.
I wanted you to see. I wanted you to see. Look at all the good you've done. Look how beautiful it is here again. They were so worried and so close to being wiped out. But you came and you helped them grow.
Yeah, I mean, it really wasn't too much trouble. It was, I mean, okay. Madeline really almost died, so I'm really glad that we were here for specifically that.
You mustn't belittle your actions, Polly. You saved them.
I mean, I'm not belittling them. Yes, I kicked ass. I will not deny that for a second.
They would not be here without you.
I'm just saying that my friends helped.
They did. And that was lovely. And I'm sorry I couldn't bring them too. But I wanted you to see.
I'm sorry, who are you exactly?
I've always been with you, Polly.
Okay. That somehow
Sam
makes,
Rice.
I've been here the whole time!
somehow that makes this more embarrassing because I truly don't know who you are.
Well, I didn't want to intrude. You were so happy on the farm, and your grandmother was looking after you and showing you me, and I really appreciated it. And you loved the staff I gave you, didn't you?
I did?
Yeah.
Yes.
And I can see.
Wait, which one? I have 3. I had 3. I have 2 now.
The flowers one, and Mudlump's going to use it, and he's going to help to grow.
Oh, good. Okay. Right. Okay.
And you love the bees.
I do love the bees. This is true. I'm
They're
not
your friends, right? You wanted friends, and I sent them to be friends.
They are some of my closest friends. I would have said up until maybe a month ago that they were my closest friends, but I've found a couple more
That's
to add to the hive.
Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, that's lovely. I'm so glad you have more friends. Will you go back to the farm?
We'll have to see how this goes. It would be nice to see my family again, but I'm kind of at odds with my cousin, and I don't want to, muddy the waters any more than maybe they already have been. So we'll talk, I guess.
The fires burnt away the old, but with it, new seeds of hope can grow if you plant them.
That's very beautiful. You're right, I suppose. I think the entire time, Polly has this, very kind of, polite smile. And in her head, she's just, still being I don't know who the fuck you are! You clearly are, and she's, very, very, deferential and respectful, because she's clearly you're important. Absolutely no idea why or how. But she's yes, that those are very wise words. I will be sure to take them to heart.
If you nurture those seedlings, they will grow.
Yeah, that's what seeds do best.
Yeah. Would you like to help me spread some more here?
Sure. I actually don't know if I have any spells that can do that, but I can try.
You've always can, Polly. It's
Okay.
always here.
That's.
And she'd hold her hand out to you.
I take it.
Lace her fingers
Okay.
between yours. It's a really soft grip,
Oh damn.
squishy moss kind of thing. It's a little strange,
You
but
moisturizer. Is this just?
I don't need to, dear. It's okay.
Okay. Wow.
Place your hand on the ground.
I do that.
And you
That
see,
mud right or the dirt right between my fingers.
yeah. And you see she do something very similar. And you see she close her eyes, and it's gonna be so beautiful, Polly. And you see she begin to glow a little,
Ooh.
as green ripples would flow through her. And you'd look down and you'd see very, very similar looking ripples across your own skin.
Ooh.
As this sort of magic flows through you and down into the ground around you. and you'd see little sprouts begin to come up through the mud, through the scorched earth. It would begin to sprout, and there'd be beautiful wildflowers begin to grow back in the damaged bits of the grove.
Very nice.
And you'd see like Pollyanna would and buzz over, and you could see her like watching this happen, and it's clear that she cannot see either of you two, but she can see these flowers growing and is getting very excited about it and telling Mudlump and like telling all the other bees, look, our wondrous grove is coming back.
Aww.
We're so blessed.
Okay, that does make me feel very happy. Okay, cool.
And you'd see like all the bees would be like dancing together, like praising like this luck and joy that they've got here, this home that they have here.
That's nice. I'm glad I could help. Thank you for showing me how to do that.
You're always welcome, Polly. You like the gifts I sent you, yes?
Yes. The staff I thought I just found. It was just there. And nobody was using it. I just thought that maybe like a traveller had left it and it was fair game. So I'm sorry I never wrote a thank you note or anything.
That's okay.
And I'll be honest, I don't know what, you said gifts, I don't know what else there's been.
The bees?
Your powers.
Oh! I'm sorry, what?
I feed your powers. Nurture you.
Oh,
My little seedling.
no! That's very sweet, I had no idea. Is that how it works?
It's different for every god, but...
Wait a second. I'm sorry. Okay, hang on. So you've given me gifts, you've given me powers. You said that my grandmother taught me about you.
She was lovely.
And you're a god.
God.
Chauntea? Is that right?
Yeah, that is one of my names.
Okay. Wow. It is lovely to meet you. I'm sorry. I'm not the best with names in other regards generally. So
I've never needed you to be, Polly.
okay, that's good because it's not going to start now. It's okay. Well, thank you, I guess, for everything that you've done up in my life so far. Why bees? Don't get me wrong. I love bees. Did you know I would love bees? Is this kind of like a...
Does she give you bees because you love them, or do you love them because she gives you them?
Exactly.
Egg.
Sorry.
Egg?
Dinosaur egg before chicken egg.
See.
I thought chickens were dinosaurs.
They're descended from dinosaurs. I don't think chickens
So
are
the
dinosaurs.
chicken or the dinosaur? Or the egg? The egg or the dinosaur?
Yes.
Bless you, Chauntea.
Oh, sorry. Oh,
She
it's
has
just
hay
anything.
fever.
It's such a curse.
The
that was
irony. That's so funny. Okay. Well, this is weird. Can I help you with anything? Is there a reason I'm seeing you now? Is it just because you wanted to check in? Is it easier because we're in the Feywild? Or is this
It's
just...
certainly easier than when you were in hell, dear.
Yes, that's true. Well, actually, I think the hell was weirdly less stressful than today has been.
Oh. Well, I hope the stress, you can see that it was worth it here, and that everyone appreciates everything that you've done.
Yeah, that's nice.
I wanted to reach out and be a bit more present.
Because you realised that I was very ignorant of some baseline things, like the fact that I apparently have a god who's very in touch.
I never needed you to know I was there, dear. You've always done everything I could ask of you without me even needing to ask. You love the land.
That's true, I do.
The flowers, the trees, everything. You love it all.
Mm-hmm.
I'd never want to ask more of you.
Sounds like I sense a butt coming.
I have no path for you to walk, but I can see that you're walking your own path. It's a very dangerous one. And I would never ask you to walk it. And I have no stake in this game that is being played. But I would offer you my help if you want it.
I'm glad. Wait, hang on a second. We're in the Feywild, so I need to check.
No strings attached.
What do I have to offer in return?
I'd ask you keep doing what you're doing. Looking after the trees.
I don't pray much. I tried the other
I
day.
don't
It didn't
need
end
you
up
to.
very. It was a bit of a dance party. It was very confusing.
That sounds lovely.
Okay, that counts. That's prayer.
I don't need you to pray, dear.
Excellent,
I just need to
fantastic.
see you.
Okay.
Polly
Yes.
really seems to be doing the best out of the three of us.
I will take all the help I can get. It's for sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
Wholeheartedly, yes.
Polly and Chantal are like jigsaw pieces at the moment. They're just meshing.
I would love for you to become one of my priestesses.
Oh.
That way I can give you more gifts.
Interesting.
I'd not need you to do anything different.
Oh,
Not need
okay.
to start praying if you didn't want
It's
to.
just a change in title.
Yes.
Interesting. You said one of yours. Would I know? Would I be familiar with other priestesses of Chantia?
Well, your grandmother was one.
She was.
Yes.
I just thought she was a fan.
She was for many years, many years. She's a very retired individual now, shall we say. I don't ask her to do much. I'd never ask my disciples to do much.
Did she know about me?
I think she suspected. She could see my love for you.
Oh, that's nice. Huh. It's a shame. Yes, okay. I will follow in her footsteps. I'm happy to become a priestess. Priestess Polly.
It's perfect, isn't it?
I think I quite enjoy the alliteration, yes.
You will be a perfect sprout, I know.
Yes, I hope so. I won't disappoint.
Oh, you've never disappointed, Polly. You never have. Your love for the land and all that grows is beautiful, and all I ask is you keep that love and try and nurture it in others.
Sure. Yep. I think I can do that.
This sounds like one of those situations where like your line manager's trying to get you to do something and you're like, yep, sure, you control my job, so I have to.
I know internally she's just like, I think this woman thinks way too highly of me. Being like, my love of land, and I'm just like, I just grow stuff and like and trying to like, you know, care for other people when I'm actively in like a big argument with my cousin and have been for almost a decade. Like it's just yes. But she's like but we started this with her being like, don't demean yourself, and you know, so she's like, yes, absolutely, you're correct, I am great, I can do these things, it's true.
Okay. But she'd still be smiling at you, and she would spend a bit of time trying to lift you up and praising you.
Physically just scooping me.
Who wants a cuddle? As the bees just go.
That's great.
We'll have a dance number. It'll be great.
Oh my goodness.
Silly choreograph.
Could you teach me the Feywild dialect of bee dance so I could add it to my... Thank you so much.
Yes, that would be lovely.
Excellent.
And you'd see she'd bring both of her hands together, and then she'd offer you something, and you could see this round bit of wood.
Oh, okay. I was like, if this is another fucking bee.
Have a bee.
More bees.
Have a bee. And a bee. And a
A
bee.
round piece of wood.
Yeah, almost maybe 3 inches in diameter.
Okay.
Not massive. And you can see across it, it seems very natural, like it's almost like been grown And you can see across it there are sheaves of wheat that are just like gently overlapping in a little circle. And she'd offer it to you and say, "This is of me, my symbol, and I wondered if you would carry it."
Of course, yes, absolutely. I appreciate now this as a gift that I know has been given. Thank you.
I hope you love it.
I do very much so.
Good.
I take it cautiously. And I don't know what to do with it because I'm like, this isn't real.
Like, how am I gonna wake up with this?
Yes. I put it in a pocket. Pat it. Thank you.
She'd smile at you and say, "Sleep well, Polly."
I really intend to. Thank you. It was nice to meet you formally, I guess. Yeah.
And you. I will see you. I will see you. And hopefully you will see me too.
Yeah. I'll keep in touch. I hope you enjoy the rest of the barbecue.
Thank you. And you'd see she would start to like step back and she would be watching, essentially, or watching the barbecue and the bees dance and just smiling. And I think at that you'd start to feel quite sleepy and heavy.
No.
And you'd lay down in the wildflowers
Aww.
and go to sleep.
That's nice.
And when you wake in the morning, your hand slides down into that pocket and you find that little wooden symbol.
Wild.
And that will count as your holy symbol for being a paladin.
It's happened, guys.
And you can access all of your paladin powers now.
Yay! I have like one.
Let's go.
But I can use that hit die now.
Hell yeah.
See.
Amazing.
D10.
Very fun. Very fun indeed.
Oh.
Paladin.
Okay. And everyone starts to wake up. Clifford was last on watch. Who is the first to go and check on him?
Who wakes up first? Who's a morning person? Not Polly.
Can I roll off for it?
Sure. What are you rolling? A
D20?
D20?
Yeah.
The normal one? 13.
13.
Oh!
Try, yeah,
You
again.
wake up simultaneously.
4.
7.
Cool. Do you want to wake up first?
Sure.
Try wakes up first.
By 3 seconds.
And goes to check on Clifford.
Yes.
So we go to the entrance of the cave, and you can see that Clifford is like sat there, and his like tail like wagging a million a minute, and you can see like his little paws are sort of dancing a little from side to side as well.
March.
And like he hears you coming, and he snaps his head down, and he gets all excited, and he stands up, and he sort of looks out the cave and looks back at you, and looks out the cave and looks back at you.
Oh my god, what's going on?
Is it all good?
So he can't currently speak to you.
He cannot speak to me. Telepathy.
I'll-
Is it all
Polly
good?
is asleep.
I have telepathy.
Okay.
He can't talk to me, but he can nod.
Okay. So he would like look back out the cave and look back at you and look out the cave and like take a few steps towards the cave and look back at you.
Did you see something?
Arf!
1 off for yes. Did you see something?
Arf!
Okay, wait. Wake up. Clifford has found something.
Oh.
What? Are we under attack?
Well, he seems happy, so... No.
They'd be barking from the like entrance of the cave. Arf! Arf! Arf!
He just seems very excited about it.
Let's proceed cautiously.
Sure, yep.
Oh, and Belinda.
Belinda's like, oh, what day is it? Oh my god, I can run again!
You're looking much better.
Yeah, you
And then
looked
we go.
shit before.
Oh!
Don't insult the pony.
Okay, yeah, so you'd see Clifford would be like excitedly like tapping from foot to foot at the entrance
Hang
of the cave.
on. I'm super white. Let me just...
Do you want to draw over that curtain now?
I mean, this angle works. I think you're out of the
Are you
light.
comfortable in that position?
Yeah, fine.
And the next one. And maybe a bit of the... Nah, it's fine.
The night before, can we have packed up some of the food to take?
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
Some jerky
Yeah.
and the fruits, strange fruits.
Let's go.
Yeah, we'll go out the front of the cave and we'll see what's got Clifford so excited.
Yeah, so you poke your head out the cave.
This
and
dog's a guard dog for 1,000 years.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
And then the very first time somebody tried to steal the thing, they succeeded.
yeah,
Yeah.
So, yeah,
I
this
think
tracks.
maybe he is not good at,
the guarding.
you know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We say all this before the telepathic one.
Is Polly kicking in the telepathic bond before we go out, or are we poking her head out first?
If you want one, I would rather do a ritual cast, which would
Yeah.
mean 10 minutes.
Should we see what's up and go without?
Why don't you guys? I'll just start it,
Okay.
and
we'll
if it gets
just-
interrupted,
Yeah,
then
how far can we walk in 10 minutes?
Yeah. Cool. We'll stealth up to the very mouth of the cave.
Yeah.
See what's
Stealth up while
Let's
Clifford's stood barking
Yeah.
from the cave entrance.
I
Yes.
just walk like a normal person.
Adelin's like,
Hey,
Adolin's
We
actively
got
hiding behind
attacked
Kai.
last night. There are people trying to kill us.
there's always people trying to kill
the trade
us.
knight and the pirate.
Let's go.
So you see, Clifford wouldn't step over the line that is like the marker for the entrance of the cave until somebody else steps over it.
Oh.
And then he'd step over it and he'd look around like the corner more towards like the little like coven bit that was like next to the cave. Like just a little indent in the rock.
Like the in there.
More towards that way. Yeah.
Okay, that way.
And you'd see like a small creature like pressing itself up against the rocks and like hissing gently.
What is it?
Oh.
Sure.
And like getting a little closer, what you can see is this sort of, it's not a creature any of you are familiar with, but it looks almost like a cat
Yeah.
with wings.
Oh.
It's got like bat-like wings
I
and like
love it.
soft grey fur.
Very
You can see
fun.
like it's holding one of its paws up in front of it. It
Oh,
looks like it's like a little bit injured.
Aw.
There's a bit of blood.
Oh,
And it's just
no.
sort of like pressing itself up against the wall. One of its wings is a bit crooked.
What?
Polly, do you have a bajillion good berries?
I actually. Oh, fuck me. I forgot to.
I
Let's
thought
say
you
I
were
have, like,
default casting it.
no, at the end, I have to figure out how many spell slots I've got, and then I cast it that many times. So we'll say, I think I had maybe like 4 or 5, so we'll say 3, we'll round down, so I've got 30 hit points of good berries. Will that be enough for a cat?
I don't know,
Yeah.
like, how many
Flying
hit points
cat?
can a cat have? 10?
It's a winged cat.
Let's get
So
10.
do you want to just like roll out a few good berries and we'll see if it takes it?
Put them down and then walk away from it.
I like the idea that I'm concentrating on this verse to roll really hard, so you just go
I'm
in and
just
then you
like,
just
don't
grab
mind
them
me,
and
thanks.
Fistful of good
Going
berries.
through your
Yeah.
pockets like, what's this wooden thing?
Don't touch it!
The cat is there, the berries are there, and then I'm further away.
And they like hiss at you. Like,
Okay, I go back, I eat one, I walk away again.
like limp it stuff forward
No.
Baby.
and like eat one. And like start like munching through them.
Cool, it now has 9 hit points worth of berries.
And you get one.
Yes.
Is it like... Hello? You speak?
Get no response.
Yeah.
Telepathy. Do you speak?
Alright. This might
No.
just be a cat.
See, like with the good berries, like taking it effect, it's like paw would like straighten out and it would like sit itself down and start licking its paw and like watching you all.
Bless.
We could, suppose if Polly's just about finished with this telepathic bond ritual, we could invite this one in and see what's what. I mean, it's a
Are you kidding? I don't think the intelligence has to be high enough for it to
Yeah.
work. And I don't know if that's the case.
Oh,
Intelligence must be higher than...
it's
Oh!
like 2 or something,
Two
right?
or higher. Oh no, sorry, 3 or higher. 2 or less is unaffected.
Most beasts are 4.
Yeah, so we could maybe get it, but
could
it
try
might just
it.
be as nippy as Clifford, and then we're stuck with it for an hour.
Then we'll just, it can fly. We'll just throw it and it'll fly away and...
And be like, you bastards!
It's so funny.
Like, well, we tried. The cat doesn't want to be friends. Let
I've
the cat
not
go.
prepared spells for today, but I could have, I don't know, whatever the fuck it's called.
Speak with animals.
Yeah. In fact, that's a ritual one. I could prepare that if you wanted. Is this an
Yeah.
animal? Can we do a check to see if it constitutes animal?
Um,
Or a beast, rather, sorry.
I think it'd be fairly easy to understand that this is not what would class as a beast.
Okay,
mechanically.
right, so-
Beasts tend to be only creatures, like animals that are native to the material plane.
Right.
Most other things don't get classed as beasts.
Gotcha. Okay, so, I mean, like I say, I'll prepare my spells proper before next session.
Yeah,
But, so that one is a no-go. But yeah, I mean, I'll invite it into the telepathic bond. The only issue is that they have to be willing, and it's going to be real hard for us to communicate that. So maybe just you telepathically say, hey, we're going to do some magic on you so we can understand you. Like, say yes, and then we'll go from there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I gotta stick and play with the cat.
Yeah, worst case scenario, it doesn't consent to the telepathic bond and nothing happens.
Okay.
But we still have ours.
You like skitter it across the ground and it like pounces on it and things like that.
Okay. And I'll be like, can we do a spell so we can understand you?
Wow.
Maybe it understood.
Okay, let's do it. Do it up.
It would like straighten out its wing, the one that was like quite crooked. And, like flutter up and it would like land on your shoulders.
Ah.
And you'd feel like its claws like digging in like a little. It's not great. But it's not like, oh my god, my skin is getting shredded kind of thing. It's sort of like
They have armor.
on your shoulders and you can see like it's like rubbing its head against yours.
Oh, that's lovely.
That's very
That would be a
sweet.
terrible time to find out if they're allergic.
And the cat just goes, "Achoo!" and the cat flies off.
The cats do choose the people that are allergic to them. Speaking from experience.
Yes.
So we're casting telepathic bond with the cat included.
And the animals. All the animals. Have
So
And
said-
Belinda.
us three, Belinda, Clifford, and
The cat.
the cat bat.
The cat bat.
Can't really combine cat
the
and
cat
bat.
became bat.
No, you just end up with bat or cat, don't you?
Yeah.
Cabattery.
The cat
Cab.
came back.
A cab. Cabat.
So,
Okay.
what
yeah.
happens?
Can the cat communicate with the telepathic bond?
It does during the telepathic bond. You do
Yay.
feel a sixth mind in your telepathic bond.
Ooh.
We.
You hear gentle purring.
Hello?
Hello? Is it
Hello.
your...
Oh,
Oh god.
that was a different voice. than
Why
I
is it so
expected.
creepy?
If I had to dispel magic on myself, it would
It could be one hell of a morning.
What brings you to our cave?
Are
I
you?
don't think it's our cave.
Are you all right?
Temporarily.
You were injured.
I am now, thank you.
Do you have a name?
I have many.
What would you like
Darwin,
to be
I've
called?
already. I've had a whole night of many names.
What have you been up to?
Everyone just turns to you and be like, are you alright, Polly?
It's fine.
Did something happen on your watch?
We'll talk about it later. It's
Something
fine.
always happens on everyone's watch.
It's true. How was
Very
your
true.
day?
Tell me about it after the cat.
Guy's like, what? I just drew a map, thank you very much.
I drew a map and didn't talk to anyone.
Let's resolve the cat thing first.
Yeah.
I've got quite the story for you two, but we'll deal with the cat.
Intriguing.
Apologies. What would you like to be known as?
Which name shall I give you? And will I give it to you or lend it to
Oh
you?
gosh.
Oh yes, that's where we
Right.
are. Apologies. We're not looking to be given any names.
Yeah, specifically said,
What
what can we
shall
call
we
you?
call
Did
you?
not ask to
Yeah.
take your name.
How shall we address you?
You may call me Cat for now, until you've earned my name.
Very creative. I like
Great.
it.
Cat it is.
Not bad.
Bat?
You have wings.
I do. They are gorgeous, are they not?
It's true.
Where we are from, cats do not have wings. But bats do have wings, and they look like yours.
How poor for the cats, then.
Yeah. They get stuck in a lot of trees. I imagine that is not an issue for you.
No. Unless I wish to be.
We're looking for the collector.
Okay.
We believe we just continue heading up this gorge and we will arrive at his palace.
Yeah.
One of his hunting parties well, let me cycle back. Does the collector send out hunting parties?
Frequently.
Cool. We had an encounter with them last night.
Here?
Yeah, just in the gorge outside.
Look at all those dead bodies. We just left them there.
We didn't have.
Yeah.
They are not the collectors.
Yeah.
They
No.
Do you
Not even-
recognize them?
Not even
Wait, what?
this one.
No, they are from the Summerfay.
The Summer Fae.
Yes.
Oh.
Interesting.
When we get to the end of the session, by the way, I want to loot the hell out of the leader, because
Oh, yeah.
from what I remember, he had a nice looking longbow. It's nice.
Sure, that's our longbows work, yeah.
Oh. That's curious, because they came from the direction of the Collector's Palace.
Sure,
From that
if
one.
you say so.
The politics of the Feywilds are completely new to us.
They're not hard to follow. Just stay out of everyone's way.
Yeah.
Oh. We wandered into a bit of a trap. But most of them are now dead. We're not.
That's true. Whilst you seem stupid enough to wander into a trap, I'm sure I was strong enough to get out of it. Is that its own kind of wisdom?
Yes. Very philosophical.
This like rumbling purr would echo through your minds again.
You are familiar with the Collector's Palace, then?
Yes. There's much cream in the kitchens.
We are... Have you been there recently?
His last ball was it last month? Oh, was it month before?
What is a month?
There wasn't much cream in
Well, we were apparently expected at the next one. So that's where we're headed. Would you like to come with us?
I'm sure there'll be cream.
Yeah.
And if you're going that way, I
Yeah.
wouldn't mind a little ride. And you see, like, he would flutter his wings and like land on the back of Belinda, and Belinda would be like, for a minute, and then be like, okay, is this mine now?
Sometimes we turn into wind.
Hmm.
Do you now?
I'm not sure.
But not
Why?
inside the bubble. It's
No.
faster.
Yeah.
And why would you want to rush?
We were chasing somebody a couple of days ago. We were
Somebody
trying to catch
has
them.
taken something that is ours and we want it back.
The collector?
No.
Oh, thank God.
But we
You'll never
believe
get
that's where
anything
it's
back, you
getting
collector.
taken.
Oh. Well, I'd like a ride to the collectors,
Yeah.
but
We are
she's not
headed that
walking
way.
out of there. You see, like, he'd stretch out under Linda's back and, like, and snuggle down between her wings, kind of thing, in, like, the most, like, stable point.
Wings
And she's
on
just sort of
wings.
like, I don't know what's going on, and I don't know if I'm meant to like this.
It'll be okay.
I've seen a video of this before and it was very cute.
Actually, quite a few videos of
Belinda,
cats.
cat, Belinda. Cat, Belinda is a celestial.
Curious.
Belinda, cat is of the Feywild, I assume.
Well, I live here.
Cool.
It doesn't own me, though.
Can I insight check this cat?
Sure!
I had a moment where I was like, what if this is the devil chick?
Oh my god, yeah.
As a cat.
She's got bat wings.
Do you have
like-
divine sense? No.
Oh,
as a
I
paladin.
do. Can I vibe check the cat?
Yeah.
Cool.
If you want to insight, I've got proficiency. You can have advantage.
Oh, sweet. Okay, right. So I'll do divine sense first, and then I'll also do an insight.
Ooh.
27.
Okay, 27. And, like, he is most certainly not being straight with you. Like, it's not necessarily that he's
Cat is
lying.
clearly
He's just,
gay.
he's just most definitely not telling you everything. Your divine sense would reveal that he is a fiend.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah, that tracks. That tracks.
Adolin just grips the crossbow a little. Well, assuming you say anything about that.
No, I can't because he's in the telepathic bond for an hour.
Just look at the cat. Don't trust this cat.
You don't know anything's wrong.
It's a talking cat with wings.
You're in the Feywilds, and you have a talking horse and dog.
I understand the talking horse and dog.
Neither the dog nor the cat nor the horse talk.
Yeah, none of these animals talk.
They do just
They talk
understand
internally.
language.
Mm.
Well, that was
Shall
a
we-
good use of my new ability.
Yeah.
And I suppose, yep. I'll tell you guys when I'm able.
Mm.
I kind of lean over to kind of like maybe between you guys. I like lean over to kind of look at the cute thingami, and then just on both your backs I spell out the word. Yeah.
And the hair just goes up on the back of his neck.
And you just think I was spelling friend.
Yeah. Oh,
Aw.
I'm your friend too.
There we are.
You're like, God damn it, Adolin.
Well,
shall we press on?
I guess. But I think that Kat has the right idea. We don't need to rush. But we do have a place to be.
Yeah.
You're welcome to follow us, I guess.
Thank
if you
you.
so desire.
I'd love a lift to the palace.
Fuck it, why not?
Fuck it indeed.
Okay.
Yeah, should we just
Yeah.
pack up, steal some food from the cave, go through the supplies, find anything useful,
Loot the bodies.
loot the bodies, of which I believe we had El Leader, we had rider number 3, Ms. Gazelle.
Yeah.
Oh, could we strip the saddle and stuff from the Gazelle and put it on Belinda?
Oh, that's a great idea. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not a perfect fit, but it's
It's better than nothing.
better than no
The
saddle.
Yeah.
cat will be furious.
The cat loves it because
Oh.
the cat can lounge across it and dig its claws
Oh,
into
great.
that.
Fantastic. So the cat is just using it.
Yeah.
Not the people who might fucking need
I
it.
have a dig through the magic users.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Oh, good idea.
I can send you a list of like everything that we get out of them.
Wonderful.
Absolutely.
Different point of time.
Love that.
And with all our loot and our new cat friend, shall we set off down the gorge towards the palace?
Onwards.
Yeah.
Onwards
Onwards.
on our journey.
Awesome.
And we regale each other with the
Yes.
stories of our dreams.
I
Had the
don't
wildest
think
dream
I'm
last
comfortable
night.
talking about this with the cat
With
person.
the fiend cat.
I think every time you start telling me something like that actually seems important, I will rudely interrupt and change the subject to be like, "Wow, look at that cloud."
But Polly, I think this is quite important. I saw a vision
Yes,
of...
I know, but look at that cloud. Do you think it looks like a snail or like just like
Oh, I thought my dream was quite
a
important.
lollipop or?
Just Adolin gets vocal like, they don't care!
I think, don't know how to make them care.
Trying to shoot you glances, but you keep on looking away mournfully. And I'm like,
Clifford comes up to you and she's like, I care about your dream, Adolin, will you tell me?
no, Clifford, look. I just fucking throw a stick for him.
Nat
Nat
20
20.
insight check. Adeline eventually clocks what's going on.
Supposed to declare those before you roll them.
Apologies.
Sam.
I just thought it was a bit of a fun little thing.
You know something's up. Polly is not just being a bad friend.
Not just being. She's being a bad friend and she has some motivation.
And I think that is an excellent time to stop and
Yes.
pick this up in the next session.
Nice.
Amazing.
Lovely.
Thank you all for joining us
Yes.
on this marathon combat session.
Good
Yes, it has
lord.
been 4 hours of combat at the beginning of that. But
Big
I
old
hope
session.
you enjoyed it all. I hope you all enjoyed it. You had a lot of fun.
Yes, I'm sorry
I
for
like
dilly-dallying.
I hope you had fun too, DM.
Always. But yes,
Not
we
even
will
spinning,
hopefully
just-
see you soon on Twitch. And we will let you know about how we can continue the campaign after the convention.
Yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
I'm not entirely sure how that is going to happen at this point.
These
in time.
guys were like, we could just do this as a home game, but I was like, but what about cult?
Yeah, what about cult specifically?
Yes, need to be included.
Anyone else watching? Sucks for you.
No! It's not how we do things. We include everyone.
We love all our fans.
So thank you so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy this session and get to join us for the next one. Thank you very much. Goodbye!
Farewell.
Bye.
What are you rolling?
D100s.
Thanks, Rob.
What?
Go.
Speaking of D100s,
go.
Now 100 to free Io from her divine prison. 58.
Okay, so
Nothing.
Wait, what?
just speaking of Io, I think that there is at minimum 3 of her. I'm calling it.
Yeah.